Now we are discussing the role of DNS server. It is difficult for us to get the IP address of any system. Whenever we want to access the data of any computer network, in that computer network each device is connected, each device has its own IP address. When we want to get the data from the Google, we require the IP address of that server. So generally we will write google.com, .edu, .net, amazon.in, like that. All these are domain names. These domain names will be converted to the IP addresses. After that, we can get the data from that particular IP address. So here it is working like a DNS, means domain name system. For each domain name, we have a particular IP address. So that's why we are calling this as a server. It stores the all domain names and corresponding IP addresses. It works like a telephone directory inquiry service. In telephone directory inquiry service, based on name, when we tell the name in the inquiry service, they will give the number. Why we are calling this as a server? Because in this domain name system, we have domain name and its corresponding address. A particular domain name and its corresponding address. It works like a telephone directory inquiry service. In a telephone directory inquiry service, when we give a particular name, they will tell the number, that inquiry service. Similarly, in this, when we are giving the domain name, we are expecting the IP address. To get the IP address, in these servers, DNS servers, we are saving the domain name and the IP address. Here the domain names and IP addresses, they are there in the servers. Now we are request from a program to convert this domain name to IP address. This will accept the request. That is the role of the DNS server. So it will convert the domain name to IP address. But if that domain name is not there in that server's list, then it will forward that query to next DNS server. That's how it will proceed. And you can see the URLs, .coms, .ins, all these, whatever we are saying, the domain names, all these domain names will be converted to IP addresses. First we are sending the DNS query. DNS query means we are expecting the IP addresses. So here, from this server, by using the internet service provider, we are getting, if it is there in that particular domain name address is there, means we will get the IP address. If we don't get, means it will check from the remaining DNS servers. Then it will use the three types of the DNS servers: root name, top level and authoritative name servers. After checking from the all types of the DNS servers, still the IP address is not found, it will send an error message saying that the domain name does not exist. Okay, so it will take next time when we give the same domain name, it will take less amount of time to give the IP address. So the role of DNS server is very much simple. It converts the domain name to IP address. If it is there in that server, it will immediately convert. If it is not there, means it will transfer to the request to the next DNS server. If it is not there in the next DNS server, it will keep on sending to all DNS servers until it finds. If it is not able to find from the last authoritative name DNS server, then it sends a error message saying that this page does not exist. Okay, this is how DNS server will work.